Okay, let's get started. We'll convene.
Is it recording? Yeah.
It was recording.
Okay, it is now.
Okay, we'll convene the South Burlington Board of Abatement at 5:47 on Thursday, July 17th, 2025. In the room with us now is Jen Oakes, Linda Bailey, Mike St. Germain, Tim Barrett, Helen Reilly, Holly Reese, Chris Shaw, Ann Pugh, Donna Kinville, and taking minutes, Sue Ailnick. Online, we have Matthew Vigneault, Lori Smith, and Elizabeth Fitzgerald. The purpose of the next agenda item would be instructions on exiting the building for those of us in the conference room on the third floor here.
Great. So in case of an emergency, we are going to evacuate and take the stairwell immediately to the right and exit the building and reconvene in the parking lot. And if anybody has mobility issues and they can't access the stairs, then we would have you at the safe harbor and emergency services would come. We are not to use the elevators in a case of an emergency.
Thank you. Clear? All right, any comments from the public? I do not see any members of the public in attendance. Moving on to agenda item 4, we're going to review abatement procedures. Would you like me or you?
Oh, you can start if you want, or I can start, just general, very general.
The very general we have is one of the key issues is getting 11 members of the Board of Abatement in attendance, either online as you are tonight, thank you, and the 8 of us in the room, 9 of us in the room, so we have 12.
Woo!
Congratulations.
So everyone, just stay here and we'll bring the people in.
And then once we have that quorum, we hear a request or an application for abatement from the requestor. We then get them 5 days notice for our hearing. We review the abatement request for whatever documentation in advance of the hearing that we get. And then we conduct the hearing where we open it up and we ask people to recuse themselves if they have an interest in it. And then we hear from the requester what statute abatement category they're wishing to use. In the past, we've heard a manifest error that we made a mistake as the city in doing that. So they need to cite for us what statutory category they're using, and then they'll give us the volume of information they want to help us make our decision. We're going to get testimony from maybe our lister, maybe from them. We'll ask questions of them, and then we do decision making. We can go out and visit the property. We would have to extend the meeting if we did go out and visit the property, just like we do with property tax appraisals, but we don't have to do that if we don't feel we need to do that. We do the decision making in a deliberative session by ourselves, and then we issue a written decision to the requestor. The effect of abatement is that if we pay back or abate the taxes, it comes on the backs of all the citizens of South Burlington to make up that difference. So it gets spread out over time. Did I miss anything?
I don't think so. I think it's just a one session. So I don't think that there's a go out and assess the property. I think that's only for the assessment hearings. I think that's it for the process. I had a question to ask, and yeah.
Is any part of it an executive session?
The deliberations are executive.
The deliberative session.
Okay, I didn't hear you say that.
Okay. Yeah, we do enter into a deliberative session for the purpose of discussing and deciding whether to grant the abatement or not. And as far as I know, the abatement is not appealable, other than if we messed up the process and didn't get back to them within the 5 days of notice, or didn't give them a 5-day notice for their hearing and things of that sort. So people are just making a request of the town, and we're giving them a thumbs up or a thumbs down. Oftentimes, the abatements that are granted are in the case of, say, catastrophic fire, and the property is no longer in the condition that it was taxed at on April 1st, when it is now June 30th or something. So in those situations, oftentimes the Board of Abatement will grant an abatement on that basis. Other questions or thoughts?
So my question, as receiving these, so it might be Donna's expertise too. We have 3 abatement requests. One does not fit into these categories.
You still have to hold a hearing and then inform them that it does not fit.
Okay,
They would tell you what category
Yes.
they would fit. And you're like, it doesn't fit any of the reasons that we can have,
yes,
so therefore it's denied.
okay.
But
Doesn't
you-
have
but
to
you don't
fit into
have
one
to-
of these categories for the request.
No, the board still has to make the decision.
Yep, okay. Great, that's it.
Okay. So our task on agenda item 5 is to find dates for these 3 requests that we have in front of us.
Do they
And
have to be different dates, or can they all be done on the same day?
it's entirely up to us. If we were fortunate enough to be able to get 12 people as we did tonight, we could do them all at that time, from what I'm hearing from the clerk, and I have no idea, having looked at them. One might be dealt with at hand rather quickly. The other 2 might be more extended. When we last did an abatement hearing, we gave it, I think, an hour, and that did not seem to be enough because we were all new to the process. It was a little more wide-ranging, and we asked a lot of questions and didn't get a lot of hard and fast answers. So I think it could be done, but it would be like a 2.5 hour.
Might be better if we chose 2 days then. since we know
Exactly,
One is gonna
yes.
be in and out.
Exactly. I think 2 days might, what is your sense?
That's
You
fine for
know
me.
the requests better.
It does get more expensive for the city because you then have 2 meetings of 12 people.
I mean, it's the same time frame, I suppose. If you're saying you're gonna leave an hour for each abatement, that's what you're.
An hour for each abatement seemed a lot. I mean, not enough in the last time that we did it.
Yeah.
If we do them all at once, I would give us at least 2.5 to 3 hours. And I'd feel more comfortable with 3 hours.
With 3 hours, is that what you're saying?
Yes.
Okay,
Commitment, but it might not take all.
It might not,
But
but
it does require lunch or dinner.
if I can get a buzz collar
Always.
around your neck, if you're asking too many questions.
so we could
I'll
split
bring
the
a rain
difference
milk.
and say,
We
let's,
have set limits. I mean, in the
Yes.
past, we have said, okay, appellant, you've got up to 10 minutes to
Yep.
present your case.
Sure.
And at 10 minutes, you're done, and then board has 10 minutes to questions, and depends how structured you want to get.
That sounds like a good structure.
So one date.
2.5 hours.
Well,
3.
leaving it open for 3.
Yeah, I'd say
3
put
hours.
put down 3. We don't have to stay all 3 if we're
And
done.
one can go from at maybe as early as 5, or
Yep.
is that too early?
It can go, we could do it during the day if you want. It really does not matter. It's up to everybody else's schedules.
So how are we going to straw poll a date and the time? Do we want to ask folks online, is 5 o'clock at night with the potential for 3 hours better for Lori, Elizabeth, and Matthew? Or during the day would be better, say 1 o'clock, 2 o'clock in the afternoon? Matthew?
After, like outside of working hours would be best for me. So 5 is perfectly fine.
Lori?
That's true for the computer.
Can you hear me?
Yes, we can.
Okay, I think it really depends on the day. I can do either provided I'm available.
Great.
My-
Elizabeth?
I could do either as well. Evenings tend to be a little bit more booked with other meetings, but I can try to make myself available either way.
Okay. Jen?
I could do either, depending on the day.
Okay. And then Linda?
I'm the same. I can do either depending on the day.
Mike?
I would prefer evenings.
Okay. And Tim?
Either.
Either? Helen?
I'm in either.
Holly?
Whenever I'm done.
And I think I'm the same way, so,
Either,
either for you, Ann? Thank you.
depending on the day.
And Donna?
Either.
Either, okay. So let's key on a date. Matthew, what days of the week would be good for you?
Any and all.
Any, okay. Lori?
Depends on the week. schedule seems to change pretty regularly in terms of when meetings are happening. And I'll be out of town, part of the last week of July.
Okay. And Elizabeth?
Later next week is good, and, well, actually, I'm sorry, the week of the 28th is pretty good, and the week of the 4th has some intermittent availability. If you wanted to do it sooner, the week of the 11th is pretty open right now.
Okay, Jen?
I'm going to be out of town until the 8th, but I have not great, but I do have internet connection if I have to. It's going to be by my phone, so I could try. But after that, I'm in town from the 11th on. I'm in town with various meetings and doctor's appointments I have to deal with.
Okay. So Linda?
Next week, not on Monday or Wednesday, but otherwise I would be available the week after, which is the week of the 28th, if I can make my schedule cooperate. I'm available any day except Monday, the week of the 28th. The week of the 4th, I'm pretty solidly booked.
Okay, how are you on the 11th through the 15th? That's beginning to look like a possibility.
August 11 to 15.
11, 15 August?
I can't do Mondays.
Can't do Mondays, but still,
I have a prior
12,
commitment,
12 to 15th.
12th to the 15th.
Circling back, that's all right with you, Jen?
The 12th, I
12th,
can't do, the 12th, I can't do, until 3, so it's later in the day for me on the 12th. I can do absolutely, from 1 on the 13th. I can do from about 1, probably more like 2 on the 14th. And I'm available in the afternoon on the 15th, but not in the evening.
Gotcha. Mike, how are you?
I can work my schedule around whatever's decided.
Tim?
Pretty flexible.
Okay. Helen?
I have a lot of family coming, so,
Zeroing in on August 12th to 14th.
you know, some family are coming next week for 2 weeks, and then I've got other family coming the following 2 weeks. But, you know, I could probably make it work. We don't have the August timeframe would work better for me in terms of, and then I have planning commission on Tuesdays.
Okay.
Every other Tuesday. And airport commission on the 6th.
Okay, so
Are you whittling down to the 13th and 14th?
I am, because
Yeah.
I'm out from the 4th through the
Yeah.
8th. I can't do that.
Yeah.
Anne, how are you for the, what's it, the 14th?
13th.
13th,
13th would
14th,
be great.
13th of August?
Of August. I have to get back to you. I have I have an invitation to visit friends at a lake in New Hampshire that week, and it's unclear what 2 days. I will try to work around what this is, but I can't promise.
Okay, so Donna, you have a lake in New Hampshire too. August 13th, sound good?
13th sounds better than the 14th.
Okay. Matthew, August 13th sound good?
13th is great.
Okay, thank you. Lori, I think
For me,
works for you, and Elizabeth, you
Yep,
are
that
back.
works. That works.
Okay,
Amazing.
so it's looking like August 13th sounds like a good day.
Yeah.
Do we need to hammer down the time?
I don't know, 5 to 8, is that what we decided?
5 to 8 would work better?
Or 4 to 7, well, I don't know when
He says
Matthew's
5.
available, but he said 5 was good.
I will be back home that week, so I will be able to join you in person, which will be great, and also anytime, but 5 to 8 would be great.
Would 4 o'clock work for you?
That would also work.
Okay.
Maybe a little more palatable.
I
4
would,
o'clock is
I-
better for people. Lori?
I'd love to do 3 to 6 if we could, then could actually have a normal dinner.
Matthew, all right with 3 o'clock?
Sure.
Anybody have an objection to 3 o'clock to 6 o'clock?
I prefer
Which
that
date
too.
is that?
Okay,
The 13th.
Wednesday, August 13th.
3 to 6. Got it.
We're nailed. Okay, and then all 3 of those hearings will be then. We will get the materials in advance to be able to review it, so that we can come in somewhat prepared.
Did we do that in advance?
It says,
You,
preparing for the abatement hearing. Board members should prepare for abatement hearings by reviewing the board's rules for procedures and taxpayers' abatement request form.
Okay,
so what do they send is what I used to say.
yep, okay.
Yeah, and
So
then
I'll get that out to
review the
everybody.
about abatement packet
Yep.
from Jim.
I'll send that as soon as I have them logged in for the dates.
Okay,
So
So-
maybe sometime next week.
great. So August 13th, 3 to 6 o'clock. Thank you, folks. Is there other business?
I just have one question before we do other business. Do you want me to schedule them on the top of the hour or every 45 and do deliberations at the end? What do you wanna? I just need to get in touch with them to schedule a time.
I think,
We used to say it starts at 3 o'clock and you can just list how they're gonna be held. And then they make their option what time.
do we
they wanna come in.
deliberate, and what would you feel, deliberate after each one?
We always held off.
We held off until the end, and then we're confused with all 3 at the same time. Gotcha. All right, that sounds about
Because
right.
that's easier, because then you've heard all 3, you can kind of compare
Gotcha.
one versus the other, help make a decision.
So say you need to be there at 3
Sounds good. You might,
Okay,
and you
and you
might,
could be waiting.
you might be waiting for,
And then I listed them based on sometimes on the time frame of when who came in first,
Yeah.
kind of.
Okay. Got it.
okay,
Yep, thank you.
super. Any other business for the Board of Abatement? Ann?
When you say review the procedures for Board of Abatement, what will you be sending out to us as reviewing the procedures?
So there's a quick cheat sheet and then there's also a kind of, I don't know, 15-page manual. I'll send them both just so you have them for review. But it's really just a 1-pager to kind of not memorize, but familiarize yourself with. And then a
Thank you.
2-pager for each applicant.
Yeah, the Vermont League of Cities and Town puts out one packet, and then there's the more voluminous Jim Condo's version from 2014.
Which I believe you've sent us all probably.
Perhaps, but I can
But
just send it
would be
again.
it would be good for me, speaking only for myself, to have a review.
Yes, and to have it at the top of your inbox, maybe.
Yeah, exactly.
I got it. Perfect, will do.
Any other Board of Abatement business? I would accept a motion to adjourn.
So moved.
Thank you,
Second.
Tim. Thank you, Helen. All those in favor, please say aye.
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 Anyone opposed, abstaining? Thank you.
I just see Sam Wilson, I don't know.
Who is Sam Wilson?
Oh.
Hello, Sam Wilson.
Oh,
There is
How-
somebody impersonating me on the Zoom,
see that.
rapidly changing their name. Now there
Oh,
is
yeah,
more graphic
yeah.
imagery on there.
You'll have to shut it down, Holly.
Shut it down?
Or block,
You
you
have
can
to-
block
yeah.
that person.
Okay, so shut it down and open back up?
I think that's the best way.
Okay,